What is up, you guys? Thanks for tuning in to the third video in my Illusionist deck review series. I'm going to be reviewing the white and black Arcane deck today. My favorite Illusionist decks, with the exception of the Madison series decks. But before I get started, if you didn't see my previous review over the Fathom and Ignite decks of playing cards, go check them out. They're pretty interesting, and they're some of the coolest decks, I think, as far as design. So for this review I will be showcasing the white deck to you first, and then I will briefly show off the black deck. It comes with two jokers. The jokers have a card reveal in them. It comes with a double backer and a advertisement card. The back design is previewed on the back of the deck, but here you can see it. Very epic, cool scroll work on the back. And like I said, this is the white version, so obviously it's white. So your face cards, or I'm sorry, not your face cards, your pips and your regular cards are the same pip placement. The pip design is the same, but your face cards have this wispy kind of ethereal effect on them, which you'll see that carries out through the entire deck. Obviously, through all the face cards, they have that effect on them, which is very, very gorgeous. That is the reason why this deck is one of my favorites. Not the white deck, but the Arcane deck just in general. The Ace of Spades looks just like so, just like this. It's a gorgeous Ace of Spades. But yeah, that whole ethereal, wispy effect carries out through the entire deck. The spades are more of a grayish color. But other than that, they're pretty much the same. So that is the white deck. I know I'm blowing through these reviews, but there you go. I'm gonna talk. The reason I blew through that so fast is because I'm gonna talk a little bit more about the black deck than I normally would. Again, it comes with a double backer and a card reveal on one of the jokers. There. Again, the black cards are more of a grayish color, and the red obviously pops more because it's on a black background. Now, it's a little bit difficult to see this time, but there's also the ethereal effect on these face cards that I was talking about previously. But yeah, it's just an absolutely gorgeous effect. Now, the one thing that I wanted to talk more about this black deck was the finish. Okay, now let me start by showing you the difference. Okay, there's a fan with the white deck. Now, there are some inconsistencies. Not equal spacing. Let's do a one-handed fan with it so you can see. Again, the spacing is a little bit unequal, and that's because of how that has a lot to do with the card finish. And I'm not saying this is not a good card finish, because the white deck has the performance coating on them. It's still a good finish, but it is nowhere near what this black finish is. Okay, now a spoiler alert: these black cards here are 6 years old. This deck right here, along with two other decks, were the first Illusionist cards that I ever got. So they're 6 years old. I've put a lot of wear and tear on them, a lot of wear and tear, and you can see the fan on this deck is almost perfect. It's absolutely stunning. A one-handed fan, again, almost perfect. It's absolutely stunning, and it has to do with the finish. And the finish in this case, the finish on this deck, is the UV500 Airflow finish. Now, the reason that this finish is so impossible to find now is because they discontinued it. USPCC does not use the UV500 anymore, and I don't know why, because if you can use a deck as much as I did for 6 years and it still have the wonderful fanning quality that this deck has, why would you ever stop using it? But they didn't ask me about it, so I wasn't able to give them a little input there. But now you understand that the UV500 Airflow finish is a gorgeous finish. You can see a giant fan here with this deck is absolutely stunning. And that is why this black deck is my favorite Illusionist deck aside from the Madison series. And it's just simply because this finish on it is so good. It's wonderful. The UV500 Airflow finish, I don't understand why they discontinued it and why they don't do it anymore, but they don't, and it's very depressing. But yeah, I love both of these decks, but I prefer the black deck, like I said, because of the finish and because of how well it handles after so long. But the white deck is good as well. So that is the black and white Arcane deck. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you in the next video.